Hello again. So as you enter into the realm of investigating ways that you might use technology to improve your instructional efforts, it's going to be absolutely imperative that you keep two things in mind all the time as you are as you're going through these exercises. The first thing is that instruction represents the experiences that you're going to define for your learners that are designed to support them learning specific things. And the thing that you need to keep in mind is that you never want to forget that you want your students to be learning things that are worth learning. You did a little bit of work on this when you articulated and delineated some of the important content related as well as non-content related skills that you thought were important for your students to learn how to do. But it is so important if you want to change the world, and we all want to make things better in our local communities and in this country at large and ultimately in the world, is that we as teachers support our students learning things that are really worth learning. That is so important. Now the next thing is kind of related to that in that it sounds common sense, but it's so important to keep in mind. And that is, as you think about instruction, you have to constantly remind yourself about how you learn things in the real world, because that defines what's really good instruction. And I'll just give you a really quick example. And this is a recent example of mine. Recently, my washing machine was making a weird noise, kind of a grindy noise, and the clothes didn't seem to be getting clean. They weren't even getting rinsed properly. And when I investigated and opened the lid and I investigated, I found out that the agitator, the thing that moves the clothes all around, that thing, it was moving back and forth freely. It wasn't engaging at all. It seemed too loose. And so I thought that might be part of the problem. And so what did I do? I went to the computer and I went to Google and I started typing in symptoms to my washing machine problem. And what I learned after reading some of the web page returns was that the problems in many cases were kind of specific to the kind of washing machine it was. So then I went to YouTube, because a lot of the links took me to YouTube, and I went to YouTube and I typed in the model number of the washing machine that I had, and also that it was making this funny noise. And as I clicked through some of the videos and read some of the comments, it turned out I found the exact video that demonstrated the exact problem that I was having. And the solution was that I needed to replace the agitator dogs. Seriously, that's what they're called, agitator dogs. So they're just these little plastic things that get worn out over time, and they keep the agitator moving in one direction only. And I was able to figure out where to go to buy some replacement ones, which only cost about $4 for 4 agitator dogs. I thought that was a pretty good deal, frankly. I thought I could go cheaper by getting some rescue agitator dogs, but there were none available. So that's a little do-it-yourself humor there. So not only did I find out what I needed, but I also found some videos that walked me through actually how to disassemble my washing machine so that I could get to the agitator dogs and replace them. And all went well. My washing machine isn't making a funny noise anymore, and my clothes are finally relatively clean. And that process of needing to learn about something, doing my own research and using the skills that I have to search for things, and reading and scanning through various pieces of information and pinpointing what I needed, that was all driven, first of all, by the fact that I had a felt need to fix a problem that I had. And so I had that, and then I learned some things as a result of me trying to solve my problem and meet my own needs. And again, that is how most people learn how to do things in the real world. And so I implore you to always keep those in mind. And I tell you that story because this week or for the next 2 weeks, you are going to be investigating ways that you might use technology to help define meaningful learning contexts, the overall thing that provides meaning and purpose to learning anything. And so you're going to investigate just some really good information about context, what role it plays in instruction, and then you're going to do a couple of example projects where you're going to investigate just two possible sort of context genres. And they may or may not connect exactly to what you're teaching now or what you might be teaching in the future, but they're designed to get you thinking in a certain direction about the importance of context and the role that technology might play in helping you define contexts that provide meaning and purpose.